Disclaimer: we have bad audio in the next 2 episodes. Cope and seethe. I may have had my mic muted this whole time, which would have been fun. We're wearing the ugly uniforms. Yeah, and also the Giants lost week 1 in real life to the Vikings. You know, I didn't think it was possible. I thought that was only in video game land, but hey, so far Giants franchise is 1 for 1 on predicting the Giants season. Not bad if I do say so myself. Whoever the heck, Trey Palmer, is going to return this, and out comes Baker Mayfield. Love this dude, but he's the Bucs quarterback. Can't say anything against that. 2,048 passing yards, 18 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Do you see those stats? Those are good stats. Drew Locks are going to look so different. Man, it's going to be just a complete doozy how different of a game it's going to look like for Drew Lock, or a season. Because Lock hasn't been our starter for very long. Andrew Phillips just switched on to. He was phenomenal last week in his debut, because he was supposed to play 2 weeks ago. Obviously got injured this week, or last week. Ended up playing a big role, being a key part, getting like 2 interceptions in our win in Germany. Love to see that. 3rd and 2 now. Bucks really want to get a first down here, but they will be denied and fumble. I think he was down. Sorry. Voice crack. I'm being a bit loud. And oh no, Dexter Lawrence is hurt. Oh no, Dexter Lawrence is hurt. We don't have anyone else up the middle. And they're getting the ball back. Okay, well, it's fine. It's 4th down. 4th and 5. What a disaster this game has been. What an absolute disaster. And it's only the first drive. Let's hope it... but he was jogging to the tunnel, so... it was almost assuredly not just a short-term injury. Does not make me excited. And out comes Drew Lock. Show me. Show me what I need to see, Drew. 923, 7 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Keep in mind, Baker Mayfield had 2,000 yards. Torn labrum. Oh, that might be the rest of the season. That might be the rest of the season for Sexy Dexy. Oh, no. Alright, well, next man up. You know how it goes. Who's our next D tackle up? That's going to be... damn, dude. That's going to be DJ Davidson. Yikes. Timmy Horn is not activated off the injured list, but he might be after this. And rush D tackle, what do we even do here? Boogie bash him. Probably. Not a great spot. We're going to have to add a defensive tackle before the end of the season. Drew Lock hits Theo Johnson. We need to get to the run, especially with Tyrone Tracy back. We need to run the ball effectively. Vita Vea on the D-line, it won't be easy, but we have to do it. Otherwise, we're just going to lose. And we don't want to lose games. I mean, we do, obviously, for the tank, but no, I'm not trying to tank anymore. I'm trying, you know what, I want to win. Even if we are 6 losses into the season, I am trying to win. And that's not the recipe for success as Malik Neighbors takes a shot and drops that. I'm, again, terrified to see his drops at the end of the year. But it's going to be a lot. And we get pressured immediately. It's Joe Tryon Shinuka. And it's already a long 3rd and 19. Has me super excited. I'm probably going to hit Justin Ross deep. This is going to be an arm punt. But never mind, it's Justin Ross just being better. Love this dude. He's so good. Surprisingly good. He's what we thought Jahan Dotson was going to be. Which is saying something. But we have Ross again. We do. My, this is just Justin Ross game. Alright, 3rd and 8. Let's see, what do we have? Jeff Wilson checks into the game for the first time. And we're going to hit him. He's going to run backwards for some reason. It'll be 4th and 1, and do we go for it? I don't trust Graham Gano is the issue. So the answer is yes, we are going to go for it. And hold on, what did I just do? I don't know, but Tyrone Tracy running for the first down. Got it. And first and goal from the 8. Why do they do this weird thing where tight end 3 is getting a route and not tight end 1? I will never understand, but just throw it out of bounds. Good. Good play by Drew Lock. What can I say? I really thought that was going to be intercepted because I definitely did click Y. Tyrone Tracy takes an absolute blast from whoever the heck 94 is. Don't like to see that. Hey, maybe Darius Slayton. No, never mind. They brought a corner out. And Drew Lock did not get Justin Ross in time. Well, here we are. The field goal anyway. You know, we only got 7 yards. Graham Gano can't miss it from here. That's the beauty of kicking it a little 7 yards extra. It's a chip shot, but, you know, I never trust Graham Gano anymore. I just don't. He's not on the team at the end of the year. His contract and the fact that he's like 60% from field goal range, or from field goals, is... it just can't be him anymore. He's so bad. So bad. First down. And let's see. They're going to try to get it to the outside, and they do. Andrew Phillips made a great attempt at it. He's got the natural ability. I really think if there's any like corner on this team who has the highest upside, it might just be Andrew Phillips now. And you know, that's not something I was expecting to see, as Baker Mayfield's gonna roll. He's gonna have Rachaad White out the backfield. Bobby Okereke stops him, and it's 3rd and 3. Another 3rd and short situation. They had one last time. Dexter Lawrence stopped it and he got injured. So who's going to stop it this time? It's Micah McFadden, dude. Oh my gosh. He's been so phenomenal for us this year. I have no idea why Micah McFadden's been so great, but he has. And I'll take it. I'll undoubtedly take it. And Gunnar Olszewski has been so awful for us. I mean, he just has not returned anything worth the damn. 3-0 at the end of the first quarter. We got a bit of a lead. You know, it's almost a non-lead, but we do have a lead. So I'll take it, and we're going to go for a deep shot. Justin Ross not in on this play. Obviously, that's what happens when you have 2 tight ends. But, hey, we're going to have Darius Slayton, who actually holds on. Oh my word, Darius Slayton. Okay, I see you, man. I see you. And then watch this. This is going to be something crazy. Nope, wrong receiver. Nearly got Justin Ross anyway. I wanted Theo Johnson out of the backfield because he was open, but I ended up going for Justin Ross. That's why I always check the play, because I don't know what it is going to be otherwise. Tyrone Tracy. So good. So glad we have him back. But now, we are going to play action, slide up the middle, and get sacked. You know, I'm just an expert at this sort of thing. Expert. Logan Hall gets the sack. Don't. That dude never makes a play in real life. So why is he making a sack in this virtual game? Because it's a game, obviously. It's unrealistic. That's what it is. And Jermaine Illuminor's hurt. You know, he's been a real bright spot on the offensive line since moving to guard, and now Jalen Mayfield's going to step up. Not sure I like that. Theo Johnson's going to have the first down. Didn't need to do too much. And, you know, I think I'd rather have Aaron Stinney starting, but I guess until we know the extent of... No, not until we know the extent of the injury. Let's just make the move now for Aaron Stinney to check in. That's just the obvious move. Hit Tyrone Tracy out of the backfield. He's going to take another blast and gains 9. Bruised ribs. We're going to sub in. It read him as a backup tackle for some reason, but Aaron Stinney will check in as the... Why did I think that was Andrew Thomas for a second. Theo Johnson nearly had his touchdown, but he drops it, so whatever. Guess we'll have to go to third down. Fourth down. Sorry, didn't commentate over third down. It was Tyrone Tracy getting pinballed. Don't worry, running on Vita Vea is a recipe for success. And it was almost not one when I had to run on Logan Hall instead. This game does. Why are they going to aggressive tackling already? That doesn't seem to make much sense. I guess they just really don't like Tyrone Tracy. Yeah, they're just hit sticking now. Tyrone Tracy gained 6, but they want this dude dead. Why do they want my man's dead? Watch this. Malik Neighbors feeding out. Where are you going? Fucking idiot. Oh my gosh. It's a first down. Just go down, Malik. Instead of going the wrong way. Awful. Absolutely awful. And we get hit on third down. Now, they want us to go for it on this one. This one I was going to not go for it, but okay, guess we're going for it now. Watch this. Theo Johnson, touchdown. Screw you, Malik Neighbors. You could have had a touchdown if you weren't an idiot. Instead, it's going to go to Theo Johnson. Watch this. Dot. 10-0. We are the best team in the nation. We're not bad, though. Somehow, some way, we're not bad. Lesson learned, don't drink water on the kick returns, because it led to them getting a 41-yard return that was him running into his own blocker away from being a touchdown. As Mike McFadden makes another great stop. He's just the best linebacker on the planet. We gotta pay this dude soon. And he's gonna ask for a lot of money because he's an outside linebacker. And unfortunately, we are gonna have to pay him. And I'm not happy about that because he's a very good player, so we are gonna pay him. But I mean, unless he's asking for like $20 million a year, I'm just not sure we can rationalize that. Mike McFadden's been very good. That's not the question, as they're starting to pick up on the offensive front. The concern is that I'm just not paying an off-ball linebacker $20 million a year unless his name's Fred Warner. Deontay Banks picked that off. Oh my gosh, Deontay Banks. Finally doing something now that he's the cornerback 2. It took a while, but, you know, yes, I'm going to rag on him even after he makes a good interception. There's no such thing as a good play with fucking Deontay Banks. As we take another shot up the middle. You know, I'm really missing Jermaine Illuminor right about now, but can't do anything about them. And we are screwed. That was nearly a pick and return. That was an awful decision by me. Why would I throw that? I don't know. 3rd and 10, and this play is a disaster waiting to happen if I don't put Justin Ross in. But I did, and it's 4th and 2, and guess what? We are going for it. We are going for it because I am the clinically insane type. Christian Izzian, I believe is how you pronounce that, was in, and Vita Vea on a one-on-one block, and we somehow get the first down. That is awesome. Things you love to. Nope, we cannot start the wholesome moments. Sorry, that's the last episode I edited, so it's fresh on the mind. And Darius Slayton, that ball is overthrown, and Drew Lock proving once again why he is not going to be our starting quarterback next season, and why he likely won't even be on the roster because he's only signed to a 1-year deal. And with Michael Pratt, I'm just not sure we can justify signing Drew Lock again. So, you know, looking at it, we just have to face the reality. There's a handful of players we're going to have to be without this upcoming year. And one of those players that we have to keep an eye on is going to be Justin Ross. Jeff Wilson's another one. Justin Ross and Jeff Wilson are two pretty good players, I'd say, but I'm just not sure either of them would have a place because, you know, there are free agent receivers available. I think we could do better than Justin Ross. And there's that kid from Oregon State, Marquise Brown, who I really think could be a #1 receiver if, you know, even though we have Malik Neighbors. So, all in all, for me, it's just a matter of, I think we can move on from Ross, but another player, longtime Giant, Darius Slayton, is a free agent. How do I justify bringing him back? He's been a non-factor. He's been injured for a lot of the year, I can't deny that. But, you know, it's going to be tough to justify bringing back any of these guys. And another pick there won't help Drew Lock's numbers, even though it was an end-of-the-half pick, so it won't matter. But 10-3 at the half, so we do have a lead. That's undeniable, but we're looking at the harshness of the sport as we approach here the end of the final stretch of the season. And you know, that's the issue with what we've done so far this season, is we've signed so many players off the free agency market that, oh my gosh, Tyrone Tracy. We've signed so many players off the free agency market that they're all on one-year deals. So Chuck Okorafor's on a one-year deal. Jeff Wilson, Justin Ross. You know, Jahan Dotson was when we had him. But Greedy Williams, Jalen Jones, Caden Stearns, all these guys are on one-year deals, and we've got to somehow perhaps convince them to stay, but we also don't have a ton of money, which is a big concern. We had to move Daniel Jones, and that really hurt our cap situation next year. But, you know, what are we going to do with our cap situation, as we're going to go for it again? This seems like a terrible idea on 4th and 3, but we are going to go for it. They are loading the box, kind of. So I would rather this play. And they left Drew Lock wide open, so we're going to run for the first down pretty easily. Drew Lock's been a pretty solid runner, all things considered. But what other key free agents do we have that are potentially going to be leaving? I think it's just Drew Lock, Darius Slayton. I believe Aaron Stinney has his contract up, but he's not the most important player that we have, admittedly. It's tough. It's tough. We'll have to go through all our free agents and realistically determine whether we want any of them after this season. I mean, we're going to want some of them. It's just a matter of, can we really afford any of them? Because we don't have a ton of money. We are going to have to move players that we do have, as there's a sack for, I believe that's, Yaya Diaby. Hasn't gotten too involved today, thankfully, but you get to that sack. You know, there is one player who I'm going to say I'm out on, and that is going to be Chuck Okorafor. He's been a stopgap tackle, so I can admit he could have been worse. As another miss by Graham Gano, and I'm going to fucking kill this dude. Oh my gosh. Still 10-3. Still 10-3. Chuck Okorafor, he's better than what Evan Neal was, I think, but he's also just not been particularly good. He was always a stopgap tackle, and there's so many tackles in this draft that I think I'd like. Jonathan Farr could very well be our right tackle of the future, and you could potentially even get him in the 5th round. So, you know, Lucas Hill could potentially be our right tackle. He's a little bit small, but I'd be more than fine making him our right tackle because of the fact that he is so good at pass blocking. It is worth noting, as we take a shot to Darius Slayton and we delivers somehow, and there's an injury to Jermaine Illuminor again. Yeah, he's off the field long term this time. See ya, Jermaine. It's really interesting to see as there's Malik Neighbors as well. Gosh, every time I have to commentate what's on the field, I forget what I'm trying to say. And it's not a good thing at all. Because that statement I was gonna make, I don't remember it anymore. Dislocated shoulder for Jermaine Illuminor. That's actually a player we're gonna have to get rid of as well. He's making $9 million next year, and that just seems like a bit too much to me, at least. We've got to seriously rework some stuff. We're gonna have to restructure some contracts, which never a fun thing. But I don't know who's owed a lot of money, and we can't really restructure Brian Burns' contract. He's already making a ton, and I'm not sure I can justify paying him anymore. Theo Johnson, you got to get that over the pylon, dude. You just gotta. I mean, apparently the Buccaneers, I haven't realized that they've just been a hot mess somehow, some way. And Tyrone Tracy's going to waltz in for a touchdown. This game has been very nonchalant. It's been like my original character. You know the dude. I'm going to put him on the thumbnail this episode. And he's going to have a beard because he low-key just don't give a fuck. You know? Love that dude. Anyway, 3rd and inches now for the Buccaneers. Don't entirely love how they've played. They kind of make Baker Mayfield look like a bit of a chump. I noticed they don't actually have Mike Evans, so that's something worth keeping an eye on. You know, he's probably injured. I'm curious to know how long he's out for. Mike Evans. Oh, he's just out for the game. So that's interesting. So Chris Godwin and whoever the heck number 84 is. But the Buccaneers offense just has not been clicking. And that's the end of the 3rd quarter. It's 17-3, so it's kind of been a bit of a low-scoring game, all things considered, compared to what we normally have. And maybe that's because we've been running it a ton. You know, Tyrone Tracy has a whole bunch of carries. And that's not going to stop. He's going to get even more. It's to make up for lost time. As I'm sure you can guess, is there's a great ball to, I believe it's Jalen McMillan. Okay, 1st and 10. The Buccaneers are kind of driving right now. Can't actually deny that, as Cade Otton is going to get another catch. This dude is, you know, Mayfield's starting to get it together. Maybe it's because he knows he has to pass here, down by 14. But no, it's not even a pass. I predict it's a pass, and what do you know? They run it, and Rashad White's going to get another 1st down. It's 1st and goal at the 6. But we are going to allow a touchdown there to Trey Palmer, if I'm not mistaken. I think I made that mistake at the beginning of this episode, not knowing who Trey Palmer was, but I mean, I know who he is. I know who he is. Okay, 5.5 minutes left. Let's try to make this the last drive of the game. Ideally, it would be, but Tyrone Tracy, oh my gosh, he's fighting. Fights all the way up for 5, I don't know, crazy 5 yards, but 15 rushes, 72 yards. It's not anything crazy, but I don't know, he's been great today, it feels like. He really does feel like he's been amazing. And Tyrone Tracy is going to bounce this to the outside, cut in, and gets the 1st down, and we're just going to keep running it. Well, we're actually going to go play action on this play. I lied. You know, I'm just worried with Drew Lock that we get a little too cute with it, and Theo Johnson freaking drops it. 3rd and 3 for Tyrone Tracy. Let's see. Are we going to get the 1st here? We are. Oh my word. Tyrone Tracy really is the best running back we have. It's not even a question. 18 carries, 101 yards, and a touchdown. He's so good. Jeff Wilson checks in. I'll actually give Jeff Wilson a carry. I'm not gonna lie. He deserves it. We probably should run it more with both of our backs. He only gets 3 there, but we should probably try to get both of our running backs as involved as possible. I say both because I try to forget Devin Singletary exists. He's one of those players that I was talking about. Joachim Johnson's got to be cut. I think he's one of our free agents, and guess what? He's not coming back. Fullback has to be one of our biggest needs. And Theo Johnson here. Okay. Can we make this a 10-point game? Will Graham Gano allow us? No, he won't let us. Oh my gosh. Oh, I can't stand this dude. I might cut him right now. I might actually cut him right now because he's so awful. I don't think he's made a single field goal past 30 yards in the past 3 weeks. He's so unbelievably bad, and it's still a 1-score game. Tyler Nubin's just shimmying. That's awful. What the heck did we just do? What play did we call? We didn't call a play, did we? Either way, 2-minute warning. And we have to stop these dudes. No matter what, we can't let them get a touchdown because we won't be able to drive. We will not be able to drive down the field, and I do not want to risk overtime. But they're going to get out of bounds pretty easily. Chris Godwin. Things are not looking great for the Giants. Buccaneers are getting a little rambunctious. They called their first timeout with 1:51. Like, they really think it's going to take them 2 minutes to score on this absolute scream. Oh my gosh, Mike McFadden. What the heck was that angle? And Rachaad White's going to go not for a touchdown. He's at the 1. I honestly think I'd rather him have gotten a touchdown there. Because instead, they're going to run the clock down. They're just going to let it chug. And Rachaad White waltzes in for a touchdown. So we do have 1:30 still to try and retake the lead. Not the worst case scenario, all things considered, but you know, we got to have a better drive than the last. We can't rely on Graham Gano to try and win it. The dude stinks. You know, we might have a better odds asking the punter Jamie Gillen to come in and try to win it. But this is just unacceptable. Honestly, thinking that we can go forward with Graham Gano. I get there's still 6 games after this in the season. We can't go 6 more games of Graham Gano. We need someone new. And if it's just that he can't kick long distance field goals, then maybe we just need a kicker with a shorter leg so it stops recommending us. We're going to go normal. We don't want to chew clock here, but we also don't want to be no huddling because that'll chew a bunch of clock as well. Just take what we can get. Theo Johnson, he's going to go up for the 53 yards on the game, but a minute left. Clock is ticking. We're not entirely pressed here. Theo Johnson again. This is where he really shines. The underneath game, and the Bucs call timeout because guess what? We're in field goal range. I don't trust Graham Gano from this distance though, is the issue. I don't, so I'm gonna keep passing. Gonna go Tyrone Tracy. Keep making them waste timeouts, I guess. So they won't have them for the rest of this drive. We need that clock to get as low as possible. 2nd and 8, 47 seconds. And Tyrone Tracy is going to get a big gain. Keep letting it chug. Keep letting it chug. I believe in this unit, and we're actually going to pass. We're going to get Darius Slayton. Not quite for a touchdown, but we also don't need a touchdown. Stop. Here. We're gonna line up here. And Tyrone Tracy's gonna get us a touchdown. Not gonna get us a touchdown. You can call a timeout because I want a touchdown. Even from this distance, I don't trust Graham Gano. It's 1 yard. I get it. We are 1 yard away, but I do not trust Graham Gano. I just don't. And Tyrone Tracy's going to get the touchdown. We go up with the lead. The Buccaneers have no timeouts. 8 seconds. We should have this game in the bag. Alright, 3 seconds. They have a shot here. It's not out of the realm of possibility. But also, odds aren't good. As Baker Mayfield keeps rolling and takes his shot. And the ball's batted down, and we are 5-6. We are a bit too good, unfortunately. But we were going to have to trade up anyway. It was probably going to involve multiple first-round picks to move up for the quarterback I'm eyeing. And Daddy Guangdong Todd Bowles, quick little handshake. That's just the Guangdong way. He's got to get out of there. Not a bad game, I don't think. Obviously, don't like to see 2 interceptions from Drew Lock, but the defense really held itself together. 21 carries, 117 yards for Tyrone Tracy. That's the breakout game that we were in the middle of seeing before he got injured. He's the feature back. There's not even a question. Perhaps the most shocking thing about this game is that Malik Neighbors only had 2 catches for 28 yards. So it's not quite a season ender for Dexter Lawrence. But it is bad enough. I think it's only 3 more weeks. Sorry if you hear that. It's bad enough of an injury to where, you know, we got to move on from Trey Herndon. He just doesn't play for us anymore. And we'll go ahead and cut him, and we need to bring in a new defensive tackle. Stat. You know, Dexter Lawrence is a big run-stopping defensive tackle, and TJ Slayton isn't the same caliber, don't be mistaken, but as a second defensive tackle, he'll do just fine. And I think TJ Slayton, alongside Fedarian Mathis, that's young, who knows what we've got there. And I mean, come on, this is just unacceptable. 13 for 21 on field goal attempts. He's 61%. He's not even 100% at extra points made. This is such a horrendous season that, for me, I mean, you look at this, and 64% last year. This isn't like an anomaly. This is a trend. Graham Gano stinks at this point, and I'm cutting him. And of course, we're gonna need another kicker. And I mean, who else to give this team a little bit of aura? He doesn't have a ton of leg, but Rodrigo Blankenship, welcome to the New York Giants. I mean, I get Rodrigo Blankenship, his numbers aren't that great compared to Gano, but he's just so bad. He's been so awful. I'm willing to take the $10 million dead cap. I'm willing to take it. It's not even like really a question to me. I'm willing to take the dead cap. It doesn't go towards next year. In fact, our amount goes up next year, but it will hurt us right now. I mean, just let's see just how low this number is going to wind up being. Oh, never mind. It's non-existent, so who knows when we'll see that cap go down. But we just had to get rid of Graham Gano. He's so awful. 61% just isn't going to cut it. Maybe it's a change of scenery he needs. But Rodrigo Blankenship, I'm not sure we're going to have you wear number 8, buddy, but welcome to the team. So we've got a playoff picture. The first one. And what do you mean we're in the playoffs? Oh no, is 5-6 really playoff material? Just how bad is the NFC? Oh, it's bad. Oh, it's bad. Okay, we're gonna have to start losing some games, otherwise we're gonna make the playoffs. And that would be pretty disastrous here with 6 games remaining in the season. If we actually make the playoffs in year 1, we have a running back breakout. That's crazy to me that we are currently the 6th seed. I don't want to make the playoffs. I want, you know, I want a quarterback. We're not going to get a good one like Barry Owens. Are we gonna have to get Jamarcus Alston at this rate? Oh, it's not looking good. We get a focus player. Oh. We'll do that at the start of next episode, and we actually have a running back breakout. This is looking like an interesting situation developing here in New York, where despite it all, we are somehow in the playoffs. And that's not entirely a good thing. Let's go ahead and look at... I mean, what is there to look at? Let's look at our pick, I guess. You know, we went from picking 12th. 15th, but we're in the playoffs. I don't understand how this is gonna work. This is tough. This is scary. I guess the AFC is really good, but they're also really bad. Either way, I guess we'll find out next week. Thursday night prime time. Giants back on live or national TV for some reason. Yikes. We gotta go. We gotta get out of here.